Hi dear students, how are you? After long days I getting the chance to see you. Very nice to see you dear students. I am Selvarasu. I am going to be a history teacher for this year, Sri Vidyamandir Metric Higher Secondary School in Uttangarai. So I hope all are fit and fine at your home. So dear students, we know that due to corona pandemic, the whole country has locked down itself. The country is struggling with schools, teachers and lack of education. And especially most of the schools of the country have started online classes. Dear students, you must take advantage of this opportunity. Especially our school started this channel for giving the online classes to continue your study. So it is easy to make the connection with you all and to cover the syllabus and to maintain the flow of study. If you have any query, you can ask in the WhatsApp group. I welcome you all to join the online classes. So I hope you, I hope you soon to see the classes. Stay home and stay safe. Dear students, now we are going to discuss about the lessons. So especially now we are going to discuss about the history today. So if you take the history, totally we are having 4 lessons. So the first lesson is what is history, and second lesson is human evolution, and third lesson is Indian civilization, and fourth lesson is cities of the ancient cities of Tamilagam. Now in history, what is the first lesson? Already I told you. What is history? In history, what is the first lesson? The first lesson name is what is history. The first lesson begins with question, what is history? So before going to discuss about this lesson, I like to ask some question. I like to ask you some questions. So if I ask you, what is your father name? For example, you can say he is Adiyaman. So if I ask you a question, what's your mother name? You can say she is Sumati. Like this, if I further ask some more questions, what is your grandfather name? For example, you can say some name, isn't it? Your grandfather name. And or otherwise, I can ask like this, what is the grandfather? So what is your father's father name? Which means it is grandfather father name. And if I ask a question, what is your grandfather's father name? Which means great grandfather. Okay. So you can say, so it is a very difficult to say the name of that person, which means great grandfather name. Definitely you feel very difficult to say that, isn't it? Yes or no? These are the history of your families. Okay, these are the history of your families. So we can just say in the order: great grandfather, grandfather, your father, and you. These are the history of your families or your family's history. Okay. So if you wanna know about the history of country, definitely what should you do? You must or you should know people who are lived in the ancient time or 100 years back, 200 years back, or 1000 years back. So then only we can say or we can learn about the history of the country. Okay. So now let us learn about learn about the definition of history. Okay. So now only we are going to enter inside the lesson. So already told you the lesson is begin with question, what is history? So we must give the answer for these questions. Okay. So history is nothing but, dear students, okay, we can say already you can you have got some ideas in your lower class also. Okay. So history is nothing but, again one more time I will say, study of recorded events of past in chronological order. Okay. So right here, history is nothing but study of recorded events of past, recorded events of past in chronological order. Okay, so here what is it? Chronological order. So we should what is it? Consider this word chronological order. Chronological order is nothing but, dear students, here the past events, okay, the past events we are arranged in an order. Okay, the past events arranged. The past events arranged in order. Okay, so past events are arranged in an order. So what is it? By the time it's happened, that is said to be chronological order. Okay, so what is the history? Study of recorded events of past in chronological order. Okay, so here, so one more thing, what is that you should keep in mind? History, the term history. Where does it derive from? Especially the term history is derived from, what is it? Greek word, which means historia. Okay, what is that? History is derived from, it is a Greek word. So what is the Greek word? Historia. What is that? Historia. What is the meaning of historia? Which means learning by inquiry. Okay, learning by inquiry. So if you wanna know about the, what is that? For example, Tanjai Periyar Kovil, what should you do? You should go to the, what is that, field, and then you must, what is that, gather the information from the ancient people. Okay, so what we are doing here, so we are learning, which means learning through what? Inquiry. Okay, so inquiry means, if you want to be saying Tamil, Visarani. Okay, so then only, what is that, we come to know what is history and about that temple, isn't it? Yes or no? So this is the, what is that, history is what is derived from Greek word, from what is that, historia, which means, what is that, learning by inquiry. Okay, can you understand? Okay, next we are going to discuss, what is that? Classification of history. Okay, what is that? Classification of history. History has been classified into three. So first one is prehistory. First one is prehistory, and the second one is proto-history. Proto-history, and the third one is history. Okay. So what is the prehistory? Prehistory is nothing but the period of time before written records. Okay, the period of time before written records. What is the proto-history? So before discussing this proto-history, we should learn about the history. Already, what is that? I given the definition for history. History is nothing but, what is that? Recorded events of past. Okay, recorded events of past. Recorded event of past. This is history. Okay. Now the period between the prehistory and history is said to be proto-history. Okay, proto-history is nothing but the period between the prehistory and history. Okay. So now here the period of time before written records. Okay, period of time before written records, which means, what is that? In the ancient time, okay, in the ancient time, so our ancestors, first use of, what is that? They used to be stone tools. Okay, stone tools. So that period only we are saying, what is it? Prehistory. Or otherwise we can like this: the period between the use of first stone tools. Okay, use of first stone tools. Okay, use of first stone tools and invention of writing systems. Okay, which means what is that? Especially when our ancestors started to use the stone tool, first stone tools, and then before they start to write the history, invention system. That is we said what is that? Prehistory. Okay, what is the prehistory? The period of time before written records, and what is that? The period between the use of first stone tools and invention of writing systems. Okay, and next especially the period of the people, which means called as a Stone Age people. The period of that people, which people especially, so those who are lived in the use of first stone tools and writing system, invention of writing system. That people we are saying what is that? Stone Age people. And next one we are going to discuss source of prehistory. Okay, what are the major source of prehistory? So first one is major source of prehistory. First one is stone tools, and second one is what is that? Especially excavated. Okay, excavated materials. Excavated materials, and the third one is rock paintings. Rock paintings. Okay, so now here stone tools. The first one is what? Stone tools. Okay, so stone tool is nothing but, dear students, those who were our ancestors in the ancient period, they used stone tools for their different purpose or different activities. Okay, so especially hunting and gathering. Okay, hunting and gathering. This is basically what stone tools. In ancient time, our ancestors were used these stone tools for what? Especially different purpose and their different activities. What are their day-to-day different activities? Especially hunting and gathering. Okay, hunting and gathering. Okay, and next excavated material, which means what is that? Invention or the materials or the things taken from where? Earth. Okay, taken from the earth. This is said to be excavated material. The materials taken from where? Taken from the earth. Okay, taken from the earth. This is said to be excavated material. And the third one is rock paintings. Okay, third one is rock paintings. In ancient time, our ancestors were lived in caves. Okay, caves. What is the caves? If you want to be saying Tamil, okay. So our ancestors in ancient time, they were lived in caves, and they used to especially paintings on or in the rock. Okay, this is said to be rock paintings. Okay, the paintings, they used to be, our ancestors used to be given the painting in the rocks. Painting in rocks. This is said to be rock paintings. What is that? Rock paintings. So these are the especially prehistory, Stone Age people. So first one is stone tools, and the second one is excavated materials, and third one is rock paintings. Okay, these are the information about the prehistory. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about the history. Okay, what is that? History. So here history can be classified into source of history. In history, already we have discussed it about history. Now we are going to discuss sources of history. So the source of history has been or can be classified into what is that? First one is archaeological sources and the second one is literary sources. Archaeological sources and second one is literary sources. Okay. So if you take the archaeological sources, there are four things are there. So the first one is what is that? Inscription. Inscription. Second one is monuments. And third one is what is that? Inscription. Second one is the monuments and third one is what is it? Coins. And the fourth one is artifacts. Okay. So these are the source of archaeological. So inscription, monuments, coins and artifacts. Okay. So literary sources later on we can discuss. So the first we are going to discuss in the what is that from the archaeological sources inscription. Okay. So what is the inscription? First we should give the answer for that question for inscription. Okay. So inscription is nothing but, yes students, inscription is nothing but especially the writings engraved on a solid surface such as stones, rocks and temple walls, metals. Okay. So these are the, we can say what is that? Inscription. If you want to be saying Tamil, what is that? Kalvetikal. Okay, what is that? Kalvetikal. By inscription, especially, what is it? Again, I given the definition for that. What is it? What is that? Writings engraved. Okay, engraved on a solid surface. Solid surface, such as what is that? First one is stones. Second, rocks. And third one is temple walls. Temple walls and fourth metals. What is that? Metals. The writings embedded or not embedded, just engraved on where? Especially solid surface. Okay. Here one more thing you should keep in mind. So why did they engrave on a solid surface? Suppose if the writings engraved on a what is that very except a solid surface, if they what is that engraved some other surface means what will happen? So it will what is it damage coming soon. Okay. So for example, if they engraved on a what is it palm or what is it palm leaf or paper like that, if thin material, what will happen? It may damage what is that soon, very soon. And if they engraved on a solid surface, the writings engraved on a solid surface, what will happen? It will not what is the damage within very short period. Okay. So it may leads to for a what is that very long period, isn't it? Yes or no? So that's why our ancestors, which means historians, what is that started to engrave on a solid surfaces. Okay. So inscriptions giving the what is that rich information about what is it. For example, what is it? Temples or a fort, palace, whatever may be. Okay. So here, what is it? Inscriptions. So if you take the inscription, already told you, it gives more information, which means very rich information about the what is that? King's royal decrees. Okay, king's royal decrees. So the first one is inscription gives the rich information about royal decrees. Okay, royal decrees. What is the royal decrees? So the official order passed by who? Especially king. Okay, the official order. Official order passed passed by king. While king is ruling the particular region or provincial, what is doing? If you want to be establish any things means any order means what he will do? He will especially pass all these order by by him. So that's why we are saying this is the royal decrees. Okay. And second one is inscription giving the rich information about king's dedications. Okay, king's dedications. So here, what is the dedication? King's dedication, especially how served for people by the king. This is the dedications. Okay, served for the people, served for the people by the king. Okay, so this is we said to be dedications. And third one is donations. Okay, third one is what? Third one is donations. Okay, so donation is nothing but, dear students, especially the gifts offered by the king to whom? Especially people. Okay, people. This is said to be donations. Okay, so gifts offered to the people by the king. This is said to be donations. Okay, which means helping for people. Okay, and the next fourth one is fourth one is monuments. So monuments is nothing but monuments raised, which means raised commemoration of victories in wars. Commemoration of victories. For example, if king got the victories in war, what he will do? He will construct the monuments. Okay, construct the monuments. Or otherwise, what is that? The memory of deceased warriors. Here, what disease is nothing but especially if he got failure, what will happen in the war? So that is said to be deceased. Okay. So these are the four things. The first one is royal decrees, and the second one is dedications, and third one is the donations, and fourth one is the monuments. Okay, fourth one is the monuments. Okay, so these are the inscription giving the rich information about the kings. Not only that, so further the inscription giving the much information about the king. Okay, about the king. So especially in the ancient time, okay, the Chola kings, the land offered to the people. So many lands offered to the people by the Chola kings. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about that. Okay. So first, in the archaeological sources, we are doing? We are now discussing about the inscriptions. In this inscription giving the rich information about the Chola kings. The Chola kings offered so many lands or gifted so many lands to whom? Especially peoples by the various name. Okay, by the various name. Now we are going to discuss. Okay, so what are that names? Okay, so the first one is Velan Vagai. Okay, first one is Velan Vagai, and second one is Brahmadeya, and third one, what is that? Third one is Shalabhoga. Fourth one is Devadana. Fifth one is Pallichandam. What is that? Pallichandam. Now we are going to discuss about this various name. So step by step. Okay. So the first one is Valan Vagai. So Valan Vagai is nothing but, students, the land of, what is that? The land of non-Brahmin proprietors. Okay, the land of non-Brahmin proprietors. What is that? Proprietors. Okay, which means those who are doing the agriculture, this is said to be, what is that? Non-Brahmin proprietors. Okay, and second is the Brahmadaya. Okay, so the land offered by the king to whom? Especially Brahmins. Okay, land gifted to Brahmins. You know already what is the Brahmins? Those who are doing the temple related work. The person we call as what is that? Brahmins. Okay. And third one is Shalabhoga. Okay, which means the land just given to the, what is that? Maintenance of, what is that? The last one is schools. So land gifted for maintenance of, what is that? Maintenance of school. Okay, maintenance of school. And the fourth one is Devadana. Okay, fourth one is Devadana. So land offered for temple. Okay, land offered for temple. Okay, and the fifth one is Pallichandam, which means land, what is that? Gifted to whom? Especially Jaina institutions. Land gifted or donated. Okay, what is that? Donated for Jaina institutions. Okay, what is that? Institutions. Okay, so these are the different, what is that? Especially lands offered by whom? What is that? Chola kings. So this is what is that? This inscription giving the rich information about these Chola kings offered, what is that? Land by the various names. Again, this inscription giving the further information about the, what is that? Copper plates. Okay, copper plates. So during the ancient period, the king, what is that? The several copper plate issued to the eminence people. One more word I introduced here, eminence. What is that? Eminence people. Okay, what is that? Eminence people. Eminence people. Who is the eminence people? So eminence people are educated people. Okay. So in the ancient period, so the several copper plates issued to the eminence people for what? Record the events, especially in the court. Okay, king's court. Okay, so that is these persons are said to be eminence people. So in that plate, what is that? Especially the elaborately discussed about what is the receiver, giver, and receiver. Okay, so even if you take the copper plate, it's also giving the more informations. Okay, more information about the, what is that? Eminence people as well as king. So here eminence people is the receiver and king is the, what is the giver. Okay, and next we are going to discuss what is that? Stone inscription. Okay, stone inscription also giving the much information. Okay, about the, what is that? Receiver and giver for some persons. Okay, so here if you take, what is that? Tiruvalangadu plates. Okay, in the stone inscription, the first one is Tiruvalangadu plates. So the Tiruvalangadu plate is, what is that? Giving the information about, what is that? Rajendra Chola first. Okay, Rajendra Chola first. And second, anvil plates. giving the information about. Okay. So first word, what is that? Tiruvallangadu plates giving the information about Rajendra Chola, and unbuilt plates giving the what is the rich information about Sundara Chola. Okay, what is that? Sundara Chola. Okay, and third one is Uttirameru. Uttirameru plates giving the rich information about the maintenance or administration of what is that village. Okay, maintenance or maintenance or administration of village. Okay, so these are the what is that information about the, what is that inscription giving the rich information about this Rajendra Chola one, and what is that Sundara Chola, and about the maintenance of what is that village. Okay, so these are the what is that inscription. Okay, dear students, so far we have discussed what is history, and the classification of history, and what is the source of history, and prehistory, proto-history, and history. After in the source of history, archaeological what is the sources and literary sources. In the archaeological sources, inscription. Okay, so this much only what is that we have discussed. So further in the next session we will discuss monuments, coins, and artifacts, and literary sources also. Okay, so nice to meet you, dear students. Okay, stay home, stay safe.